That thing is badass. Before we get to the video, I want to ask everyone to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. It takes a little bit of time to do these detailed videos. Now on to the unboxing. Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we've got a little box. In this little box we have a distortion pedal made by JOYO. This is their Dr. J D59. Now I had heard that this is their higher grade pedal over their other pedal lines they have. The Dr. J is supposedly their better grade. So let's open up the box and actually see what's inside. Let me see here. Opening up the box. Got a little piece of styrofoam there so it doesn't rattle around in the box. And the bottom of the box has a square piece of styrofoam that the pedal locks into. It's actually well packaged. In the bottom we do have, I'm assuming this is directions. Nope, it goes over the pedals that they offer in this particular product line. So that's pretty interesting. So let's actually take a look at the pedal itself. Get my knife here. And it does have a piece of tape. I'm going to cut the tape. It is smaller than I expected. We have a couple different switches here. It looks like we have two foot controllers. This says true bypass, and I guess this is stronger, so it's some type of boost here. So this is our gain knob on the end. This is output. Then we have a tone knob, and this just says more. I guess more distortion. And then here we've got a toggle switch. It goes from distortion to boost. And then this little toggle switch is a clipping diode switch. So it must have two different types of clipping diodes in it. Input, output, and for your plug. Now in the box it did not come with a power supply. So you'll either have to have a power supply or get a 9-volt battery for it. So I'm going to go over to my amplifier and we're going to set this thing up and hear what this little pedal sounds like. Okay, I now have the JOYO Dr. J pedal plugged into my Egnator Renegade amp. I'm going from my Dean MD24 directly into the input of the Dr. J, coming out of the output directly to the input of the Egnator. Now on the Egnator, I am using the clean channel. So it is 100% clean. And you can tell I do have a little bit of reverb on the amp. That's it. So let's engage it, and we're just going to do some light distortion to start with. This pedal seems to be able to do a little bit of light all the way up into like the late 80s, early 90s type crunch tones. So let's turn it on. And let's see what it sounds like. And right now we have the gain at about 25%, the output at 50%, the tones at about 11 o'clock, and the more button here is for the boost. So if you engage the boost, if you're going into a lead, you hit the boost button, and this controls how much more boost or signal gain you're going to get when that is engaged. Right now that is not engaged. So let's check it out at 25% gain. Now if we take our tone, if we turn it this way, it's going to brighten up the signal. So let's turn it to about 1 o'clock. Turn it up a little bit more. We also have a switch right here, and that changes the clipping diode. So if we go back, let's turn our tone back just a little bit. Let's change our switching diode. And you can hear there is a gain reduction with this particular clipping diode. Now let's try to get the gain to the exact same gain we were getting on the other diode. So let's flip it back. That's our first setting. And I'm going to turn the output up. So it looks like we're going to about the 130 position. I'm going to turn it back and go back to 50%. We look at our VU, our decibel meter here. So that's at 50%. Let's turn it up a little bit. So it looks like you need to compensate about 15% when you're going to that other diode. So let's check this one out. Something I'm really liking about this pedal, a lot of distortion pedals really mute your tone. It's almost like you're eliminating the clean. I know that doesn't make any sense. You're adding distortion, why would you want the clean? You still want the sparkle and the tone of the guitar, the clean tone. And imagine like two separate signals. You have a clean signal and a dirt signal. If you can have both of those signals and they merge together, I really like that sound. A lot of distortion pedals, it's almost like you're eliminating that other tone out of the chain, and it becomes just muddy sounding. This pedal doesn't seem to be doing that. It has a nice articulate tone. It's not messing up the tone of the Egnator, and it's not taking away the tone of the guitar. So let's turn up the gain a little bit. I'm going to leave the tone exactly where it is. Let's go to about 50% on the gain. It's nice sounding. Let's change our tone up to about 50%. Let's give it a little bit more gain. Let's go up to 75%. Let's really crank it. Let's turn our output back, because we've already determined that we need to turn it back to about 50% on the other clipping diode. Let's see what it sounds like with that diode. It's nice sounding. Now let's check out the boost feature. I have the boost right now. Let's set it about 50%. I have no idea if that's going to be too loud or not enough. Give it a little bit more. Let's go to about the 2 o'clock position. Turn it off. It actually sounds like it's fattening the sound up. There is a little bit of boost, but I'm going to say it's giving the tone more body. That's what I'm kind of hearing. Let's crank it up a little bit more. Let's go, I'm going to say it's about the 2 o'clock, 2:30 position. We do have a switch right here, and that's saying, what is that? Distortion to boost, boost to distortion. So let's try the reverse. Woo, there we go. So it seems like in the upper position, that boost is giving it a gain boost for like lead. And when you're in the bottom position, that boost is giving it like a body boost. I kind of like that. So this is without the boost. That's quite a nice pedal. I'm going to do a little bit of research. I don't even really remember what I paid for the pedal. So I'm going to get back on Amazon. I'm going to check out the price, and when we come back, we'll do a final thought on it. Okay, that's going to complete our small demo section of the Lancelot pedal. This is a Dr. J pedal. It's actually made by JOYO pedals. And I thought this was a new product when I ordered it. Come to find out, this product's been out about 6-7 years. That doesn't make it a bad product. That just makes it a product that's been out a long time. I really like this pedal. I like the distortion that it gives. It's not a one-shot wonder. It has a lot of good sounds, in a lot of different positions. For me, that makes it a good pedal. It's not a one-trick pony. It can kind of do a bunch of different things. This pedal, when I bought it, was $41.99. Now that was 18% off. I think the original price was like $50.99. That's a good deal. Now I checked it, and it's still on sale right now. And I'll put a link, an affiliate link, down in the description below if you want to buy this pedal. I think it's a good pedal. It's going to be my new go-to pedal. I have a couple different ones. I have an Ibanez TS9. I also have the American JOYO and the Extreme Metal JOYO. I definitely think this pedal will replace the TS9 and the American. The JOYO Extreme is completely different. It is more of like a rectifier type sound. This pedal's not going to give you the rectifier tone, but it will give you a lot of jazz distortion, blues distortion, the 80's hair metal, and also some of the early 90's alternative sounds. This pedal will do that. And if you would, please consider hitting the subscribe button and hit the like button. I'm trying to build the channel, and the more people that subscribe, the more YouTube pushes the video out. And it's the exact same principle on hitting the like button. The more likes a video has, more YouTube pushes it. The third thing that you could do is leave a comment down below. Do you have one of these pedals? That's really what this channel's about. We're here about information. We want people to post, hey, I've got this pedal, I run it through this particular amp, this particular guitar, and I achieve this sound. That really helps people that are thinking about purchasing it. That's what I try to do here. I try to get that information out for people that are looking at a product. Then they can make the determination whether or not the product is worth the asking price. Again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing and hitting the like button and putting a comment down below. And thanks for clicking on the video.